Dead Space Remake introduces a live system. Rating from Game Rant, Motive unveils the Alive system for its Dead Space Remake, which overhauls Isaac's scripted dialogue and limbic system responses affected in gameplay. Motive Studios' Dead Space Remake announcement was a pleasant surprise for many fans who wish to re-enter visceral games in EA's sci-fi horror franchise. Motive has been remarkably transparent with its early development build, having showcased an update to Dead Space's necromorph limb degradation with layers of flesh for players to cut through. Today, Motive has doled out development live streams that focus on audio components that have been restructured and enhanced for the remake. Further, Dead Space's rumored release window of 2023 has been confirmed today as well, but one new feature has been described in the Dead Space Remake's development footage that bears an emphasis on Isaac Clarke's limbic system responses and proposes an emergent modernization. Motive has dubbed this feature the Alive system, which encompasses all components of Isaac's breathing and heart rate, vocal exertions, and dialogue that are responsive to the Dead Space Remake's gameplay features. Anxiety and fear are reportedly inspirations for this system and contribute to behavioral responses that Isaac will elicit while distressed. Isaac's heart rate BPM is thus affected by combat difficulty value, scripted events, and jump scares, Isaac's fatigue level, Isaac's oxygen level, and Isaac's health. The Alive system effectively immerses players within these responses while staying faithful to the original Dead Space. Scripted dialogue will also be adaptive due to which state of distress Isaac experiences: normal, fatigued, and injured. Motive demonstrates these scripted dialogue changes and the results produce dynamic voice line deliveries for each. Motive explains that some of Isaac's exertions and breathing cycles are placeholders for further improvement. Indeed, the build is fairly early, but fans will nonetheless be pleased to see what features will be included. As Isaac calms down from fatigue or injury, his breathing will gradually return to normal and his winces of pain will be alleviated. These responses blend when experienced at the same time and could become an auditory cue for players to comprehend what condition Isaac is in. Motive even went as far as to research the average heart and respiratory rates for Isaac's age group to fully immerse the remake systems in authenticity and extrapolate on the original Dead Space's sense of dread. Of course, the Alive system only portrays the auditory side of the Dead Space Remake's many structural improvements. The Dead Space Remake's Alive system is a monumental technological overhaul that illustrates how much dedication and effort is involved in the quality of its final product. So yeah, this sounds really awesome. Like hearing that like they went and did research on people in real life that were the same age as Isaac is in the first Dead Space, and to like match those levels of like realness and like anxiety and heart rate just to like make it more immersive. Like that's actually kind of scary when you think about it, like how crazy technology has gotten, you know. But like this just makes me so much more excited for Dead Space. You know, I'm not the biggest horror fan. I cannot stand watching horror movies, you know, but I don't know, like every time I played Dead Space when I was younger, like I always just love just the atmosphere and just like the gameplay loop. Like I just, for some reason, I really love Dead Space, you know. And obviously last year, whenever they announced that Dead Space was getting remade from the ground up for the PS5 and, you know, PC and Xbox Series X, you know, obviously most of us were very excited, you know, and there was some sad news before this whole Alive system was introduced because, you know, they were targeting a like late 2022 release date, and now it's been confirmed that they're now targeting an early 2023 release date. So hopefully like in the first 3 months, you know, the first quarter of 2023, this game will, you know, be available to play. You know, obviously it does suck that the game's not coming out this year, but honestly, as long as this delay makes the game better, I'm all for it, you know. And I did watch like a 2-minute gameplay clip that they showed off today, and obviously it was compressed because it was a stream, but it looks amazing. Like if you could just imagine like Dead Space but like remade for like the next gen or current gen consoles, that's what it looks like. Like the atmosphere is amazing, you know, it's just breathtaking, you know. So I can't imagine how it's going to look like actually on the disc or actually playing it on like, you know, like a PS5 or something like that. I just can't wait. So yeah, I mean, this whole Alive system is just really crazy to me, you know. I never played all 3 Dead Space games. I only played like 2 of them, I think, you know, but apparently there's like scripted dialogue choices, you know, and apparently depending on, you know, if you're on your playthrough, if you just got done fighting an enemy or if you're being chased, you know, like Isaac is going to deliver his lines in a certain way based on how his heart rate is, which that's just going to make it more immersive, which is just insane, So, I mean, honestly, I won't be surprised if by the time this game comes out, if all these things that are in this article is true and they're as good as they seem and sound like, this might end up being one of the scariest, most like tense video games we've ever played. And you know what? I'm kind of ready for that. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I really appreciate it. If you enjoyed it, drop it a like and consider subscribing if you're new by turning on the post notification bell so you don't miss my next upload. Until next time, guys, take care.